So today I've booked in a meeting with the main videographer behind a video that we shot for one of our favorite clients, Avalon, in Paris last month. I thought it would be really fun for us to go through it, to break it down and to analyze it, and basically just talk through the thought that went into the video, as well as our favorite section. So yeah, it should be a really fun video where you get to hear a little bit more about Encore, how we work and how we put these videos together. Let's get stuck in.
All right, cool. So Isaac, what are we trying to achieve with this piece of content?
So for quite a long time, Avalon knew that they wanted to film some of the production process in Normandy. We had to really maximize the time that we had over there. And obviously with COVID, everything was changing quite rapidly and we weren't really sure exactly what parameters we were working within. So it was definitely one of our more challenging shoots, definitely one of our more improvised projects. But I don't know about you, but for me, those tend to be like the more fun projects, I would say. I kind of have more of a chance to
flex your muscles as a videographer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Basically just more of an opportunity to challenge myself a little bit and see what I can get from what we have available. And yeah, this is one of those projects where it's just a perfect example of it coming together. I hope quite well, you know. But
I would say very well. Very well.
Thank you, man. Yeah. It was good fun. It was really good fun. And obviously you got to try a bunch of cocktails, which is always a massive plus as well. I spoke to Steph. We produced this version in a number of formats, but we also produced a longer version where we took a bit more time to talk about sustainability and why Avalon is such a unique product in the marketplace, especially for spirits in general. And I think across the two of those deliverables, it's been one of their best performing assets that we've produced for them. So it's always a nice thing to hear. You know, it's good to know that they've got some good value out of it afterwards.
Yeah, when I saw this video, I was quite jealous of you. I saw the cocktails that you guys were drinking, and I'm a big fan of espresso martinis, so I was really jealous. Yeah, it looks.
Yeah, and let me tell you, I can't imagine Calvados working in an espresso martini, but it is so much better with it.
Oh man, I've got to try that.
Apparently, it's one of their it's like a classic Calvados drink, but I've never tried it myself until then, and it was just insane.
So tell me, what's your favorite shot or favorite moment from the project?
I really like shooting cocktails. They're incredibly challenging. They seem like a simple thing, but they are so challenging because you have to have the right kind of coloring of liquid. The glass has to be right, the ice has to be right, and all that kind of stuff. So when I get a cocktail shot just right, like what I consider to be just right, that's when for me it's like, oh, that's the good stuff. You know, that's exactly what you want. And yeah, like you say, the espresso martini, the Cafe Calvados. But yeah, I think some of the shots over by the window involving them, especially because some of the framing was quite challenging and it was all completely handheld. So I was just having to do my steadiest filming and kind of push what I could do with what I had available, which, like I say, is kind of my favorite way to work, really.
I have to say, yeah, it's incredible what you did with the natural light. Like you said, you had to leave so much kit behind. So having to do this with just a camera and just, you know, basically the light that's available to you, you really produced some excellent results.
Thanks, man. Yeah, it was quite a challenge because obviously you and I like to plan things out pretty extensively when we have a normal client project where we say, you know, we're going to do this lighting setup, we'll have this equipment, we even know how it's going to be, like, you know, transported, what kind of modifiers and all this stuff, and you plan it to the nth degree. I think that's something that pretty much everyone who works in film needs to get pretty good at, is working with what you have available. And natural light is your best friend 9 times out of 10, as long as you know how to work with it confidently, I think.
Yeah, I think one thing that really I think comes across with the video is the grade that you made. Like, it's so inviting and warm and just a lovely sort of feel.
I don't know if this is too technical, but it's interesting to say as well that there was quite a lot of window light, which is obviously a sort of bluer, whiter light, but inside the lighting was incredibly orange, warm tungsten. And so from both a shooting and grading perspective, it was actually an incredibly challenging one. Balancing the two out, obviously you either end up with a natural looking inside, but these sort of blue, weird, cold windows, or normal looking window light, but people inside look like Donald Trump, basically, like just all sort of raw orange, which is not a good look, believe me. So balancing the two was definitely a challenge, but I'm glad it comes across like that. Like, we wanted that sort of in from the cold winter outside kind of vibe. And yeah, you're right. It was a hard one, but it's good fun. So I'm glad it came across at least.
But yeah, thanks so much for talking to me. It was great.
Yeah, no worries. It's good fun. It's always good to look back on these kinds of things.
So there you have it. That is our first ever director's commentary behind the scenes video that we've produced for one of our pieces of content here at Encore Group. If you want to see us break down more projects like these, then do me a solid, leave a comment down below with the fire emoji or a rocket emoji, and we will be sure to make a follow-up episode very, very soon. Thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, then please like it as well. We will see you in the next piece of content very, very soon.